Hello, welcome to another season of The Talking Point. As I said, The Talking Point is always a platform whereby we bring you politics, entertainment, etc. Today, my guest is no other, but let me allow him to introduce himself.
Ali Baba Nyona, Ace is taking over, Fedu taking over, Alabai Soldier. It's your boy Ali Baba, Killa Ace, Alabai Soldier, Bonday, Borabai, Kemomu Tekavi. You know how it is. You're in the building with my favorite sis. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, you know what I'm saying? I'm proud of you. Keep it up, you know? Be in the house.
I am your host, Empress Bagi. Tax with the social and corporate responsibility to inspire the younger generation. So, Killa, let's go straight to the point.
Hey, no, right.
So, Killa, everybody knows you, Killa, as an activist, Killa as an artist. Let's talk a little. Let's go in deep in your music career as an artist.
Well, I like that. You know, artistically, as an artist, I think it's been more than 20 years plus since I've been doing, you know, the art of music and rap. You know, since I was about, you know, since around the year 2000. You know, even my name, Killa Ace, it came from school days because my name is Ali Cham. So back in school, you know, I used to live in New York, and that's where I did my my primary school. So we used to have like after school rap battles, and people in the class or in the school used to call me AC. So after the battle where I demolished the guy that I was battling with, you know, everybody was chanting, Ace is a killer, Ace is a killer. And then I added the killer from Ace is a killer to AC and made it Ace, you know, killer on the mic, Ace in rap. So even though I was in New York at the beginning of the birth of my love for rap and hip hop, and then shortly after I came to the Gambia, my parents brought me at an early age, and immediately from coming from New York, coming down to Gambia, that's when the social side of Killa Ace was actually born. That's when songs like Everyday Stress, yes, it leads to frustration. I'm walking down dirty roads which don't have enough pavement, waiting for a van, we don't have no bus stations. My people are working extra hard until their guts are aching. You know, and I was inspired by that because the immediate moment I landed from the airport going to Ibo Town, I remember I was with my auntie, our job. Yeah, I don't know if you got to it. You know, we were going to Ibo Town, that was the destination. And back then, the Brikama Banjul highway was like red, all broken, demolished. You see little kids selling water, you know, with, you know, slippers. So coming from New York where everything is perfect, children are in school, you know, it's a different way of life. And then you come to Gambia, that immediate shift automatically just changed my lyrical content to become that social rapper. You know, so that's how it started. Moving forward, you know, I was doing my thing for a long time as an artist, like underground, behind the scenes, which included participating in local club events, you know, until I met Kanasu Bars, you know, and we formed the crew DLC, the Lyrical Cypher, around 2005, 6, 7.
Killa, let's go back to what brought you back from New York?
Yeah, as a child, like many of our African brothers and sisters who go to the United States at an early age, you know, I was being carried away by the life of the American ghetto lifestyle. And my parents deemed it necessary for me to come back, find my culture, know my roots, know where I'm from, before I, you know, get lost or go astray in another person's land. And I think that's the best decision. Depending on Degger Bopo in what sense, but the foreseen of parent trying to avoid Dombu Degger Bopo in an environment like that, you know, was one of the main reasons, yeah.
Okay, that part is
yeah.
great.
And I think that's one of the best decisions that, you know, of my life, though.
Okay, yeah. That's good. What defines you personally and professionally?
Wow, hey man, I have to go research my stuff to answer that question. Yeah, I mean, professionally, like professional space, I have like 4 different areas. I'm an artist, you know what I'm saying? And when it comes to artists, what defines me, I just believe is Killa Wonder Mike Ace and rap. You know what I'm saying? The rapper that speaks up for social justice, the rapper that's lyrical, the rapper that uses his art to influence change in society and engage young people. I think that would be a little way to define me. The definition could go on. I'm also a secretary general of a music union, so the definition of that, you know, in that professional life, you know, might be different. There, I'm serious. I'm not that, you know, Chahan guy. You know, we have bosses, you know, and we function, you know, institutionally. as Gumso Bopa, also that's also another professional area. And also as Flight Mode Enterprises, we sell electronics, buy and sell, what I'm saying? So yeah, we got the products, laptops, phones, whatever you need, so in that area, that might also have its own definition of its own. But I would rather people define me, right, as from the outside looking in than me defining myself.
Okay, you talked about being the SG of the music union.
Yeah.
You have served 2 terms. What have you achieved during that time?
Well, it's been a rocky road, but one major achievement that we did achieve during the first and second term is the fact that, we are now shifting towards the issues on a policy level and engaging with the stakeholders directly who have the influence to bring the change that we need, from copyright, to artistic rights, etc., etc. Also, when we were there as the new interim, the new team, there was not even a dime inside of the accounts. Like, accounts were frozen technically because of the inactivity. And now we can say that, there's a union that has a little bit of resources. We've implemented a few activities like the musical convergence, which came out with 10-point demands that the industry will need, to fix our industry problems. Amongst many demands that were selected, we came out with the 10-point demands. We've had the GAMFest, Fête de la Musique events with Alliance Française Institute for 3 consecutive years in partnership with them, where we've had events with live band performances, upcoming artists. Most of the performances were women, female, and we've done that for 3 years. As we speak, we are working on setting up a formal office, to officialize the affairs of the union, which is coming soon, and a few things in the pipeline that I personally would not like to announce yet, as it's not the time to announce. But overall, it's not easy, working for an overall industry. There's a lot of challenges and a lot of things to be fixed, but, we're definitely working our best to fix the situations at hand as we cannot. But the most important things is making sure that we have these policies and have these laws that will empower artists to, become successful financially, protect their rights, protect their works. And when we say artists, it's not limited to just musicians, it's the creative, which includes people like you and your content.
So I will go back to you being the Secretary General. We have many Gambian artists that are not registered under the union. What are you people doing to sensitize them?
Yeah, to be very honest, we've been very. I'm not gonna. We could do better with our sensitization. You understand? That's very true. Even though we do have a platform that has like more than 200 plus artists, we try to use that platform to share information and encourage people to register. The membership registration is increasing compared to what was already there, and we would encourage more artists to come and register and not wait until they want to travel to come get a recommendation, or wait until there's an opportunity to come and register. Because the more artists we have on board, the more we can collectively fight for our struggles. Even though we're in the team as executives, but the members and the artists themselves have to have a crucial role. So this is an opportunity to call on all Gambian artists to come and register with the Musicians Union of the Gambia.
Okay, let's go back. Recently, we all know that you were arrested. As a Secretary General, what role did the Gambian Music Union play when you were arrested?
Members did, individually, as individual members, they did come show solidarity. Members came to the police station to show love and support and, check on my well-being, as membership. But as a union, nothing official was done about it, no.
So as the Secretary General, would you say you were being neglected? Or?
Yeah, as Secretary General, I'm definitely disappointed that a whole union, musicians union, couldn't put out a statement of that effect. Definitely, that is something that's disappointing, because I expect, not just the music union, but all unions and civil society, when there's something affecting the youths, not just me as an artist, but the youths in general who are fans and followers of our music. I do believe the music union does have a role to play and, put out a statement like they've done in the past. Yeah.
After your release, did you try reaching out to the union?
Yeah, absolutely. I did. I've expressed my grievances, and they've also formally replied, and we moved on over it, and hopefully it would be a thing of the past. But we definitely did settle that.
And just to remind you that you're still watching The Talking Point on MP Multimedia TV, and I still remain your host, Empress Paggy. Tax with the social and corporate responsibility to inspire the younger generation, and my guests remain nobody but Killa Ace. So, okay, let's go. Killa, how do you want to be remembered?
I don't even know, how do I want to be remembered? I want to live long, long, long. So I know I could be remembered, like I can remember my young days, right? I want to live till like I'm 150. So I can be like, next time, I was 35, and I say, man, that be. Nah, I mean, I really do want to be remembered, in the lives of those great musicians like Fela Kuti, how they are remembered. I want to be remembered, like, as an artist, as the great legends who were on the same path as me. And I think that's the greatest thing. I want to be remembered as somebody who always wanted to see the youth, expand and elevate. Want to be remembered as somebody who always spoke truth to power without fear or favor, or being influenced. I also want to be remembered as somebody who set up something like Team Gumsa Bopa, which is, still going to be here, even if I'm not here, to empower and uplift the next generation of youth by showing them the true potential amongst many things. And I also hope I'm multi-billionaire so that I'm remembered for my wealth as well, that will be used to help the people after I'm gone, because you don't want to be remembered as that broke artist that fought for the people, right? But yeah.
Okay, you talked about fighting for the people. Let's go back to
trying to fight for the people.
Well, let's go back to the recent arrest. When arrest one boy.
Young boy. Arrest Nyom
Kemu.
Okay. Kemu Fati,
and Aliuba and others. So I'm not this speculation that people are having on the media. Yo, yane consigram they want a boy Gina because of both.
No, Gambia mom especially when they try to create noise or something, but as people, like, we're too responsible to even talk to the person because we have some intention of why we were even at Kairawa, that day for I'm going to overtalk. Our overall intention and ambition was to see that the arrested, right, are having their rights respected, which includes Moilan Bokasi access to food and their legal counsel, and also to their peoples. Because Bundeme, at the time, they were incommunicado. Nobody had access to see them. So we were there as an organization, Team Gumsobopa, specifically for a mission. There was no time to even talk. We let them straight, try to facilitate what we can facilitate, give them food, and through that facilitation, Silen actually munagis guy, but muna talk nyom. You understand? So today's my intention, or our intention, was fantastic. And then people want to have any negative interpretation of it. Because I only look at the positive, much more from there, Yeah. And also, I believe that as long as it doesn't come from they were affected directly, because they would be the right people to answer, to clarify from the honest perspective. Yeah. So then what I buy fracas unnecessary, petty. We fight the main agenda of blue hell at the problem at hand. There's no distract.
So okay, boys, you bring them to you give bring them to very Team Gumsa Bopa Johanna press release.
Yes,
and that press release, everybody is condemning and saying that it came at the wrong time.
Press release, one press release.
My press release, you killer, you are not going out.
No, clarify. That was on my Facebook page.
So why
was Team Gumsobopa? Team Gumsobopa's press release was denouncing the unlawful arrest of these three guys.
Then let's go back. Why did you?
What I posted on my page was on the Killa Ace page as my personal page.
Why was that post necessary?
Yeah, for me, it was very necessary. That's why I posted it.
It was during that crucial time that a lot was expected from you.
Like, expected from me, apart from me speaking my mind? Like, what kind of expectations?
It's not part of you speaking of your mind.
Was there anything that was wrong in the statement?
The statement, I will not say from me.
No, I want to hear from you.
No, you will not hear from me.
No, that's more important. No, that's more important.
No platform.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
I am just here like an advocate from the people to you.
Okay.
So I am telling you.
So you as an individual, your statement statement is it negative?
I said I was disappointed.
Because?
I was disappointed because I think it was a crucial moment and we all had mixed feelings here and there.
So you don't go at that dangerous time. Pour para yi lekale.
Man waxuma la lolu.
Is that what you want? No, parce que my statement was opposite that. No, dama bëgg understand knowledge.
Xam nga nit ki.
Waaw. Nga bëggoon ma wax nit ñi sacrifice seen doom.
Wax ak déggin dafa uti. Xam nga nit ki ni nga waxee ak nit ki nu ko comprendre is two different.
No, xam nga English dafa simple, dafa straightforward. Lu ma bind English yu leer nañ dëgg la. It's not Halifa Sallah English there. Why it's at least grade B English.
Killa.
Boo xamante ne dafa clear.
Doon nangu rek. Waaye dama la wax ne comme.
No, xam nga statement bi.
That statement emotions were high.
Yeah, why
emotions were high, and a lot of people had mixed feelings because am na ñi nga xam ne dem na ba ñu wax li nga xam ne comme okay donation bi from other from the diaspora, you did not ask for it.
I never did.
Yes, you did not ask for it. But during that statement, a lot of people are saying that.
But the donation from the diaspora was a collective donation for Team Gumsa Bopa and Gala collectively. That's different from Killa Ace.
You received your part that you did not ask for. People willingly donate.
Yes.
Why don't I guess after the statement, people started saying, "Boom, jele bepare."
No, those are two different scenarios. First of all, man, Santa Yala, Halis was at Tasarena, definitely Luma said, you know what a joke, Johnal, Talis with Tasarena of Santa Yala.
Hanga Manak, you have named
Why
not at the time you put them clear all the dust?
Why? Back to my Facebook post, Maluma post on Facebook. It's either they get book on promote UT. You them see program Bohamet and protest Bohamet. It's not proper. No, because it's either this or the other. It's either get accept some statement be well and get accept the yen again book on promote UT. You get them sacrificing life. See a protest that is not organized.
Nobody said that.
As a pioneer of a protest organizer, through proper planning and coordination, yang ham na ay domi jambour ñoy gëna ci mbédda bi. Ay domi jambour yo xamantene disable pour ñu tear gas len disable pour ñu arrest len disable pour ñu dem mail to disable pour ñu torture len like what we experience. So man in my views, so my or anybody pour nga gëna ci mbédda bi dañ ko def at your own. Waxuma kenn bu mu gëna mbédda bi is for everybody. Ku bëgga dem demal. Why man as Killa Ace, duma bokk ci lo xamantene planon ko parce que my life I have a family, I have wife, I have kids. Ñu may o ci mbédda bi tamit dañoo bay seen soxla. Ñu am family buñ bay gannaaw. So sumalena or si condition yo xamanteni is well planned and well strategic. Why do not sacrifice doomi jambo? Lolu man I stand by that any day. Pour gëna ci mbédé bi lolu ken gënu mo sé sawat ken gënu parce que su dé organize protest da fang la ñu mën bokk na ci ñu dëkk organize protest ci dëkk bi ni. Occupy Westfield. Bu para ya ngi tek fetal suma boppa bi. If anybody can check the videos, it was there. Why lolu sa ni ko coordinate plan xam na ni lañu gëné ci mbédé bi. So man, my point is ñu ma doon call parce que man su protest amee da ngaa foog ne commander general bi man la so dañ ma lay call kii la naka la di nga naa protest so dama leen wax ne more than 100 people ñu ma call. So it's my responsibility to clarify ne man benn bokkuma si organiser yi moo tax ngeen am yaakaar pour may ñëw ana pour ngeen call ma pour déglu suma go ahead and two man personally du ma la wax demal wala bul dem waaye man bokkuma man I'm on police bail not police bail I'm on court bail for unlawful assembly. One of my bail terms is if I am arrested for unlawful assembly again, I go straight to mile 2. So it's either guy you them simbere you take my mile 2, you know what Tani want to hear like parai, or you avoid the whole situation and we strategize and plan. Better be you soon better on your common. Why do you see I visit we PIU you hamantene. You come to be a group of 5 people, you tase egnum, tantalent, partnership tear gas. So Maraka Bumaka Benakir. Then could have found kind of a police station situation bini. So man duma ko xamantene damay oté suma wakir ken di route ba pare may wakir jambu ñu gëna man that's my independent parce que man gëna di kenn nanu man sante yalla lu kenn nanu way my overall objective mo nek ne ñun wala man suma boppa duma bokk ci protest bo xamantene dafa rampam dafa disorganized parce que man xamna how para they think these people no man ñu para yi dangerous de they have guns, they have rubber bullets, they have hot water tanks, they have tear gas. You don't understand? And they have conditions that will make you demoralize yourself that you don't deserve as a ghetto youth. So, man sumala or amala or sululer na ñu nga mëna ñib ci jama wala su tangé sa dinañ xam ne am nañ escape route. Wow, that's me. I stand by that. But any protest bu am nak man duma advise ken nga dem jox sa bop GCD ñi dañ soxor de te amuñu yéré mandé. Ñi suñu gisé dañ lay yakamti melni wo la nekk. The label ni Darfour len nek te yow rebel nga so da nga bay sen hel we strategize ñu them effectively you our agenda accomplished
na fofu leer la let's take our first commercial and come back. Welcome back. Just to remind you that you're still watching The Talking Point on MP Multimedia TV, and I still remain your host, Empress Baji, and my guests remain no other but Killa Ace. Killa, so I have 5 questions because Talking Point, we always have 5 questions from the comment section as well. So your first...
comment section,
Killa, sir, first question, please, can you ask Killa, why was he under the truck when they first arrested the boys?
Yeah, under the truck. Hold on, you must stop. You must stop getting a truck be the more killer cooler. Because of man Fagmahala explained to you what transpired but I'm about to go under the truck. First they going to arrest one boy. This is the first arrest. as usual, organization with me negotiate because I have a very good rapport with the Gambia Police Force as an institution. And some of them headquarters right now, selfies. So boy, them, just said if I can get them released, what a guy used to influence me to see if we can just have a win-win situation. So after going to the Gambia Police Force, after 2 hours of up and down, IGP, unfortunately, why after Commissioner Bila Mom, he's like the on the ground command. I'm not totally influenced. So fekk mom tamit mi jappon mu na ko may 10 minutes after ñu ñew ñu waxtaan. Fekk suma objective bi moy dama bëggona won gaay ne moy the office or the police ne li is jarut ko. 5 people you protest. Xam nga disturbun ken. Just leave ngeen ko bay mu nekk a win-win situation for the Gambia. Ba pare mu nekk a win-win situation for the police, win-win situation for the activists. So it was that kind of logic. Parce que ñun we've been on the youth and security sector reform agenda as Gomso Bopa, parce que c'est important. Police then what a reform, but per time you not know then what this very good relationship. That we've been on that process for years. So Lola Lombuga Purgai understand as part of my bargaining chips. So Commissioner B, okay, I'm not kui Yama understand me like 10 minutes. So sitting at 10 minutes after Jabante, Buma finally meet si office am bi ba ñu wara waxtaan rek ci la dégga ciow bi ci biti fekk man ma no négocier pour ñu bay boy so buma génné straight fam bala may pré ak commissioner bi wax bi sax fekk ñu ngi am baax boy on type on the truck lo nak that site daf ma naxari because of as somebody who's been through that daf ma jox flashback nobody don't understand but this wall is a wall of its own yeah I understand and man dama am the experience of seeing this kind of things so dama am flashback of back in the days, you want to be guy don't arrested, you want to pick up, you want to police van unnecessarily. So one minute boy worrying on them. So sila alu out of reaction, Madam Teresa Motobi, as a form of protest. Parce que protest neko just house in the game there's different actions. I'm not your hamante de yo solo tape and game I'm not jigen yo hamante de yo takasen lohoyi. So there's different forms of protest. So my feeling at that time when a boy doing them. So that like lolu dina am delayance bu mu def but maybe if people followed suit the time boy in them they soon tell they might understand even though it was rampant it was not coordinated but if you tell me soon tell that would have had a different symbolic as well moto bi on them the protest bu def on the following day at the start day the fofu la don ci he bu ti bandi so lolu mo nekkon suma like intention of Muta Material Solomon pour Muta bi dem boy bu dem
foog naa ne foofu clear na but certain people are saying bugga boss la and still in the spotlight
no xam nga man kuma wa bigger boss la rek ma togn ku ñam Radio Canada International right depuis 2010 nga ñam BBC on all levels documentaries whatever ya xam dem len ngeen duga ñam Al Jazeera sa waji France 24 felen na West Africa Democracy Radio ak yeneen the list goes on yow kooku da ko affaire buzz ñun du foofu la ñoo utee buzz pour sacrifice sun life for the right cause loolu du foofu la ñoo utee buzz am na feneen ko gën a yomba ma simee ko dóoru bokk sa kese nii ngeen vidéo ma TikTok sax moo si lay gën a gaaw a am buzz and it's less risky léegi nii ma dóor suma box nii ak suma el yu saw nii puudar suma kanam bi nii ngeen vidéo ma léegi 2 million views buzz bu gaaw so man kenn moom affaire buzz man bu ma am suma buzz sant yàlla du tey dangaa dem Google nga type Killa Ace di nga am up to 6 pages of non-stop media so ñun boss loolu nekk loo xamante ne ñu def xam nga comme du niti boss su doon niti boss leen ñu kon time bii nii sax ñu ngi wax la leen waaye boss dañ ko ñamaat ko ba boss sax si boppam sax ñu sonal waaw
so we have 5 questions but 5 questions yëpp is about the protest and I will not my main focus is not the protest my main focus is you as an artist so now we'll go back to my own individual questions.
Okay.
Who?
So don't get us a guys.
No, not because that is not the bone of contention.
Okay.
The bone of contention is talking
about... Why guy in after you
So let me ask you, as an artist, who do you think is doing well as an administration in the musical sector, artistically?
As an administration?
Yeah.
Come artist one officer.
Send music union.
Wow.
Kanga Faulkner is a good leader in terms of nekk foofu wàllum defen naka sax nga man dégg mo olof sax ma bay olof bi in terms of administration who do you think is doing the best and why do you think so
si artiste si boppam
déedéet si music industry bi si boppam si union bi si boppam
No, union bi xam nga si administration bi laa bokk. So moo tax ma
yow SD nga.
waaw
so am na ñeneen ñu la toppa am na keneen ku la toppa. vraiment naa la
non il faut da ngay am président bi Pa Modou.
waaw xam naa loolu
xam nañ ko gentleman par excellence la. nga am Kessler Lamine Jammeh.
yow si léegi xam ma dem straight to the point. In that leadership, who do you think is doing a great job and why?
yaa ngi ma bëgg a jaxase suma.
no jaxasewu ma la dama la laajte.
No, why we are union, so we are all doing good.
No, union.
We do good as a team or we do bad as a team.
There must be lapses here and there.
No, I think,
even you say or not. Me as an individual sitting here and I know.
Momo amee like reports of like output. Momo mun a wax ne okay kii mooy like the best staff or the best.
yow as the man dama la laajte laajte ma président yow laa laajte as the SG secretary general kër bi.
loolu moom nag ma bëgg a jaxase question bi moom dëgg parce que man am nga loolu du nekk comme like so they work as a team. man nu ma xam as a team laa wax this is how even gëm sa bopp anyway du ma ne bàyyi xel ne kii moo gën a nekk star kii comme this collective thing ku nekk nga lay indi sa input man mun naa indi idea bu dof waaye xëy na dali ma ko apply understand nga mun naa am tamit Pa Modou mooy def final 5-day budget bi mun naa am Lamine Jammeh tamit mooy def comme contacts yu nii so doo dee identify ku nekk as a team so ku nekk rek lay indi sa input so doo dee definitely mun a bàyyi xel ne ok waaw Lamine Jammeh moom dëgg moo gën a nekk star bi si music yi ñoom nii waaw am na he's a star in his own way waaye am na keneen koo xamante ne in his or her own way tamit am na input bu mu lay indi man tamit am naa input bu significant bu mu lay indi so yooyu lañ lay boolee so doo dee mën a xam kan ak kan parce que team la so demee ba nekk team is one
waa dellu si na
xaw ma nag
am naa
waaye su dee da nga bëgg
a foo bëgg a dem
no I swear
amul problème waaye léegi dañ debati ma delluwaat si question bi kii mu ne there was a protest I cannot recall exactly which year was it but Killa ran to Senegal why
no xam nga I feel like xam nga man dama lay bëgg a question so ma ko laaj nga xam context bi
non dama la nekk di question bi nga laajte la
am question boo xamante ne nit ki xamul contexte bi mu ngi laajte boo xamante
waaye yow xam nga lu moo laajte kañ ansal
no waaye it's good for us to be informed and aware
no nga kooku su aware wute yow xam nga direction bi nekk di dem so yow léegi waxal rek
it's misinformation I've never went to Dakar because of a protest amut
waaw dina clear ko rek bu jeex
no I've been into exile because of the release song ku bokk si gétt gi naan si meew bi and the state was looking for me and I felt my life was at risk loolu laa mun a remember sama dem Dakar
so tapen nga daal nga daw
waaw loolu am na dëgg yaay jamee ne doon na ñam waaw waaye comme ne protest dem Dakar loolu is wrong information and I plead
ku la ci question bi xam naa ne day
information is powerful so get your information right no matter what and then you can be xam nga waaye su doon keneen la duma ko tontu yow laa rus parce que wrong question bu under the context moom is not
so okay this question is either yes or no bëgguma nga teg fa dara yes or no rek la
it depends
déedéet amul it depends de yes or no rek never are you corrupt
come on no boobu moom nee na
thank you so Killa as an artist
are you corrupt
I'm not
no you said yes or no not I'm not yes or no question yes or no question
maybe because a lot of people say I am so maybe
I'm a call gala I'm a call anyway yeah
so okay Killa let's talk about your first album launching
yeah
how successful was it
2013 ACE Another Critical Experiment I think it's one of the most successful album launchings of Gambian music history in that context because of that time hip hop amutoon the respect rap mbalax ak yeneen genre yi ñoo gënoon a am impact ñoo daan feesal show yi ñoo daan nekk si media bi and hip hop didn't have that credibility waaye bu ñu indee the cypher and we pushed we eventually filled up Alliance Francaise and then album launching was in Jakarta at that time with limited corporate sponsorship support coming at a time when hip hop was not respected ñu war a feesal Jakarta which was one of the biggest venues at that time before ñoom Q City ak yi yëpp di help you know what I'm saying so I think it's one of my favorite albums one and also one of my most challenging events yeah
so okay I'll go back to the other question which says Killa's music is underrated in Gambia a lot of people do not support they only support the side of him that he is always at the battlefield battlefield maanaam yaa ngi always in the front line of protest
yeah I do believe my music is underrated it's not just the people or the fans but it's also the media that plays a part because of Killa Ace jóge dem naa fi South Africa bokk si major international activity right represent Gambia demoon na Tanzania Kenya Thailand may won Ghana Nigeria ma understand all of these great things that are big events right of international or continental magnitude doo musa gis benn media bu ñëw ak caméra waaye te right now suñu ma waree téye right now nii pirim pram caméra yi ñu ngi ñëw dooree xam fan la media yi jógee di nga gis TikTok media social media Facebook media direct media online media.
Killa fu mu retaan lo.
non so da nga gis ne tamit yàlla sa waa ji moo la seede te woon na dëgg rek xam nga.
waaw wax na dëgg rek su ko seetlee because we di nga gis music videos yu bëri yi nga xam ne comme different artists people are playing it. but di nga it's very rare to see any platform that plays your music.
So man moom su ma liggéey lu ma mën a def mooy ma make the quality music and ma put it out there for consumption. So the tools that are supposed to help us make our things visible, unfortunately, it has not been fair to my side. You know, since women defer this activism, engagement things, they have not been, you know, saying they even at one point played a role in me dropping as an individual because they made my music seem irrelevant because I was speaking about social issues and labeled it as politics, whilst those that were doing this fun chahan music, avoiding social issues were glorified. Some even given diplomatic passports, some were given easy opportunities to sponsorships, etc. So that automatic propaganda against me made it seem like the troublemaker artist, defante artist, politics artist. And Gambian manipulation, that's easy to work. You know, why Santa Yala will be changing that narrative, they go back and get fame. And I hope it will be a chance to capitalize, to show them the real music, real Killa Ace, buzz be down, views be down. Hamga, you know what I'm saying? The music boy, the mom la guy would again dig, you know, mumu hagas and nope.
Nala delo back to Sawabe. During that time, you were doing positive music, sending positive messages, and you see that your music was underrated, and you see in others that you know that you're doing better than them, being acknowledged. How do you feel as a person?
Yeah, I just know that it's the kumbabu am there, kumbabu amunday la sidikabi. That loro yaga ko fefeka. Dekabi sunla chapale den la chapale, sunla buge nek den la nek, sunla buge fight den la fight. Sun buge take sa bunta den koy take. You know why? That's why we are gum sa bopa. Ñun sun bopa len believe talent bi ñun yalla def na comme even suñu Gambia fighté. We are going outside of Gambia, di dem si yeneen platforms yoo xamante ne we are meeting executive board members, we are meeting directors, we are meeting ministers, we are meeting, you know, activists, we are meeting fellow artists like us who do the same type of style that we do. So Lulu Simon is even 10 times or even 100 times more bigger. So yàlla su am nga rek du tëj bunta tëj palanteer te am na benn yàppa bu dul géeja. You know, te Gambia what is here to prove for me again, to be very realistically speaking, lan laa war a prove at fii nii su dee feesal la feesal neen place yi ba sonn su dee toj fii toj neen fii ba tojaat su dee dañ toj sax ba indi yeneen artistes yoo xamante ne tey ñu ngi si game bi ñoo xamante ne si suñu barke la gars yi jaaree so lan la fi nekk pour xëccoo.
So xam naa time bi may ñëw waaye ma delluwaat si key question am mu ne Killa is the one that killed the cyber. Da loolu rek la wax.
Non kooku tamit du ma mën a tontu question yoo xamante ne you just come like come on Killa is the one that killed the cyber. How? The Cypher is still alive. Cypher bi ñun amul baax ñun team gëm sa bopp we independent union. We are independent movement. Yaa ma understand ñun suñu amee baax la ñu def Cypher suñu amutee baax xaalis loolu la leer. Duñ def Cypher. Te the same thing lu ma dal with like me losing opportunities dafa am a ripple effect on even things that I'm associated with. Pour nga dem official pour ñu sponsor la. It's a problem because of ñu ngi feel ne ñun we are politically agenda. Dama laa wax lii moo am a company is wide ki wu sell bu ma fa yónnee proposal yi Cypher 2007 la ba léegi. So Cypher yooyu gis nii yëpp is from our own independent music. It's from our own baax bu ñoo tel di ko dajale so suñ amee xaalis dinañ def Cypher bi suñ ko amul tamit dañoo toog yaa ma understand because of tech sound system dafa seer. Tech lights dafa seer tech stage dafa seer transportation dafa seer doomi jàmbur boo indi pour mu war laa jàppale sa saale la ndox danga ko war a jox pass. So do they ask how do we get the money to do these things? Wala dañ bëgg ñu nekk organisation boo xam ne dañoo nekk di yellu waan sarax ngir yàlla no we are not that. And luckily and if they're following we had 3 Cyphers this year. The first one was at Westfield, right? And then we had another one in Banjul in June. Yeah, I understand according to our capacity. Each one was standard festival style level. So Cypher bi lu koy rey mooy ñàkk a xaalis su Cypher bi dee du ki la ko rey de xaalis lañ amul.
doo ko ndóog leer na kii sa team la nekk waaye mu moo.
non waaye pour mu xam moom xam na moom si xam na.
kon ndóog leer na
yow sound ni nginte rek xam na ne yombut. sakatuma sound boo xam ne
soo Killa.
waaw
balaa ñuy dem woy bu tax nga def exile noonu joñ acapella si woy foofu noonu.
ku bokk si gétt gi naan si meew no ba ma jox leen si boo xamante ne moo gën a relevant parce que boobu passé na waaye maa ngi drop yéen a waxoon things wouldn't be the same yéen a waxoon laws would rearrange yéen a waxoon yeah Gambia dina change yéen a waxoon waaye yow comme que yaa am baat bu neex bi da ngaa wax yéen a waxoon last one bi ñëw yéen a waxoon da ngay wax yéen a waxoon laws wouldn't be the same. Things would rearrange. Ne Gambia didn't change. You know what? You know what? Kalama Revolution. Mary Accent Belly. Mary Accent Belly. Sacrifice for change. Tahu Jengu Simbedebi. TRRC. Setan and Gypsy Telebi. I speak truth to power, so they trying to censor me. Democratic, but with dictatorial tendencies. We fought for this change. Yo, men, fate heju fi. Buga you fate la correct motah my netali. The Public Order Act that solo sending died by are still the same old laws that we abide by. We thought that they would be gone and jamming wave bye, but its remnants are still here. Why? You know what? Laws wouldn't be the same. You know what? Come on, right? Things would rearrange. You know what? We thought Gambia had decided. We got the change we got, and then Gambia got divided. Then by yon be fatty yon be Gambia got misguided. Then fatty yon be got misguided. Gambia got divided. You know what I'm saying? So that's from the you know what on its own YouTube. It's one of the latest. It's a continuation of Kuboka Sigete.
So Killa New Delaware, what's going to be what is going to be your final word because they are going
wow. So man, I'm going to tell my official I netim bahana. So I also have to also speak on behalf of the Pura situation.
I don't have a problem.
Lutahon you tell me them mile 2.
Press release.
Wow, you know. So then buga askan be hamne tamit. So this one time you give on them si Pura bi. Them joxe petition gaay ko buga grawal police ya gaay melni ñun dañ dem tal bom de ka bi fekk we were just going to hand over a petition bu nga xamantene pour woné né ñun the price floor the price floor that Pura introduced wani jegi bu yoka megabytes yi ak the price lolu yobu won pour ñu mëna you know wax ak Pura pour gaay mëna reverse that ceiling because of internet bi sen na ci dëkk bi you know ngi affect each and every Gambian from all walks of life there is a national matter and then ci lañu gaay arrest you know so di wax nit ñi ne we have a petition out there comme que petition bi mënu ko wona joxe kéro the petition is online please go and support but we are still demanding for Pura pour ñu reverse li nga xamantene moy price floor internet bu gaay yoka ak yenen demands yoo xamantene like ñu ko fa def you know so loolu ba tey campaign bi mu ngi on parce que distraction daf lay mën a bëri pour tamit nga mën a deviate from the agenda so di wax campaign yi Gambia si tamit nañ jàpp si combat bi you know nañ jàpp si campaign bi anti Pura price floor campaign bi ndax ñu mën a amaat internet bu neex njëkk si dëkk bi te jàppale boobu noonu bokk na si ñëw ngeen jàppale ñu si sign petition bi ngeen share suñu information of flyers yi waxtaan ak keneen koo xamante ne yëgut lii nu fa demee nga yow mu xam nga ngeen koo inform you know ba ñun si process yu nekk yàlla def mu sotti waaye objective bi loolu la so loolu on behalf of the team mene foog ma put it out there because of this is the priority li moo gën a important on the top of the list si suñu agenda bi as an organization you know ahead of us
foog naa loolu leer na so xam naa mbokk yi ko seetaan nañ dem sa léegi ku bëgg a sign petition bi naka la moo def
well you can go to the Team Gom Sa Bopa page on Facebook it's available there waaw ba pare tamit yow sa gars yi baax yi naa la ko sendal ñu ko si seen link bi pour ko bëgg a sign mu sign ko we have almost 2000 petitions members ñu ko sign which is good thank you Gambians you know affaire si tamit dëgg la xam naa ne ñëpp amul fit pour génn si mbere bi waaye xeex bi there's different ways that we can fight te mu nga participate in different ways as well te yi yu ndaw yi nii you know daf ñu ne mën a dimbale jox ñu doole tamit as a people ñu xam ne askan bi ànd nañ si bi waaw you know
na foog naa loolu leer na te xam naa ne ñu laa déglu tam leer na loolu si loxo so as we come to the end of the talking point comme maa leen fi nekkaloon Empress Badji and awma fi kenn lu Killa Ace
bonne till I come your way next time bye bye
peace
we out see ya